What's up everybody, it's Charlie and I'm back. So today I want to talk about change. Change is something that is a reality of life, but I know I personally have been more or less resistant to in different periods and stages of my life. Change is scary because it brings on something new that could be good or could be bad for us. And because of that, it can trigger somewhat of a flight or fight response. Unfortunately, that's also true when it comes to change in myself. I'm not always gracious or willing to work with the changes that come on in my life, and it ends up being a detriment to me and to my growth. I think the same is true for people that I look up to. I sometimes put them on a pedestal that doesn't allow them to grow out of the narrow box that I initially saw them in, or the narrow box that I initially looked up to them for. I don't allow them to change and grow. For those of you who've watched my channel for a while, you know that growth is something that I really value. And for me to live into that value, I have to be able to accept change. And ignoring change is, I think, one of the biggest disservices that we do to ourselves as humans. Everything comes to an end, everything morphs, everything grows. And in an ideal world, we are learning more about ourselves each day and acting on that knowledge. That's really what I live by in the beloved community. A place where everybody can be seen, known, loved, and encouraged to live into their purpose. And part of that is learning who you are and learning more about yourself and having the courage to live authentically in that. I realize that in the trans community there's been a little bit of upheaval lately because some really prominent YouTubers have come out as detransitioning, and I know that it's really easy to feel threatened by that and to feel like it reflects poorly on the trans community as a whole. But I just wanted to say that I really support them. I support everybody who's detransitioning. I support everybody who is just figuring out new things about themselves. Life is consistently about change. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the world for those of us who still have found joy in transition. We've always lived in a world where detransition is possible. This has just brought it to a forefront, and I hope it helps those of us who are transitioning to think more critically about the choices that we're making on the front end. I always recommend counseling for a variety of reasons, but even more so if you're thinking about having surgeries or starting hormones, because there's a lot of things to think through and it can be hard to process it all at once and all by yourself. I'll link below actually to the trans hotline where you find somebody free to talk to. I also hope that this will start more of a conversation, not just about detransition, but about living authentically, and about growing in who you are, and about how change can be a positive force in your life to learn more about yourself and to express that to your community. I'm thankful for the people who have taught us that lesson, and I wish them the best on their journey. I'm proud of everybody, and see you guys next time. Deuce.